Would you like Dr. Phil to try to be able to help you?
What's good, internet? Welcome back to Grim. Today, guys, we're going over another amazing case of a parent that is terrified of their own child. Much like that little gamer boy that we covered last week, this girl cannot control her rage and honestly terrifies her mom and community with all these threats that she makes. Trust me, guys, you will understand what I mean by that very shortly. How bad can it be, you might ask? Well, let's take a peek into this girl's behavior.
My 14-year-old daughter, Destiny, is disrespectful, violent, and aggressive both at home and at school.
Did I ask that question?
You just literally...
I asked who gave us a blanket!
So yeah, she is pretty aggressive. I mean, I don't think I'd ever be able to get away with screaming at one of my parents like that. Obviously, that's just super disrespectful, but also shows that she knows she can get away with it if she is acting like that at this age. I mean, she's got to be like a teenager or something. One thing I have to point out, why does she sound exactly like the Vine of that lady freaking out at the Apple store? I know Vine's been gone for a while now, but does anyone else remember that?
I was told by Apple Care that I could walk in the store and get the part!
I was told by the Apple store. Like, oh my god, they're so similar.
On 2 different occasions, Destiny came at both my babysitter and my older daughter with a butcher knife.
Yo, what? Okay, somebody please lock this girl up. If my daughter threatened her babysitter like that, I would realize, wow, I should probably take care of this and get her into some treatment immediately. Oh, also, I'd pay that babysitter a huge bonus, as you know, it's probably just some kid from college trying to make their summer wage. And imagine having to go work babysitting and getting your life threatened. Sheesh, I cannot even imagine that.
You stuck the butcher knife in the door jamb, Des.
Okay, that was like a year ago.
That was like a year ago, Mom. I'm better now. You know I don't even threaten with knives anymore. It's guns from here on out. Gosh, Mom, you don't even understand me. Also, how old is this girl? She seems like she's about 10 years too old for how childish she has been acting so far. Seriously, she's freaking out like a little child that doesn't know any better. But she's not a little child, that's the thing. She's a full-grown teenager, probably almost an adult at this point. Quit acting that way.
How many times have you sat down in front of the door with your back or your feet to it and not let her out?
Never.
Get out of my way. You're acting a fool right now.
You're acting a fool right now. Throws up peace signs. This girl is a train wreck. What was she even hoping to accomplish? Why would she lock her mom inside the house like that?
She's completely out of control.
And you still really think I'm gonna be in Joey or on the street?
Yep, this is just a reincarnation of the Apple Store lady, guys. God, is that voice hard to listen to. It's like nails on chalkboard. I want to shut off the video. It's that bad. It's rough enough that she is sitting there screaming at her mom all day, but when it's in that high-pitched, annoying, shrieking tone, it just makes it 10 times worse. Please, someone shut her up.
Destiny was the perfect child just after kindergarten started. That's when Destiny's behavior took a turn for the worse. In the last 10 years, the cops have been called over 50 times. Destiny's been suspended 9 times, and the school has called me 100+ times.
Okay, this one's for the mom. If your daughter was, as I quote, the perfect child until kindergarten, that's really not that good. She did not last long. That's only like 5 years old. What, she knows how to talk for like 3 years at that point? She only lasted 5 years before turning sour. Well, that's probably due to your parenting style then. The track record she has, by the way, that she just listed off, is worse than anyone I know. Seriously, how is she still in school? We must have entirely different school systems because she is getting suspended every other day at this point, and my school threatened to get me removed when I took too many sick days. Like, sorry, I wanted to play every COD DLC that came out that semester. Seriously, they sent my mom a letter and everything. The fact that this girl has had so many disciplinary infractions just shows that nobody here around her in her life is teaching her right from wrong correctly. But for right now, if someone doesn't do something soon, it honestly could get to the point of being past any help, and she could land herself in some serious trouble.
Destiny is the only child I know to have ever been suspended from kindergarten.
She's uncontrollable and she's a monster.
Suspended from kindergarten? Seriously, what could you possibly do to get yourself suspended from your first year of school? Did she like threaten to stab some other kid with one of the little kitty scissors? Seriously, that's gotta be tough to do. I wish they would have elaborated on what got her suspended, but it must have been something pretty bad because there are some little kids that are a nightmare to work with, but they don't get suspended. Some random girl stabbed me with a pen when I was in kindergarten and she didn't get in any trouble. The school justice system just ain't right, I tell ya.
My biggest fear is that Destiny has threatened to shoot up the school, multiple students and teachers.
Police have been called, yet she's never been arrested for it.
Yo, whoa, okay. Here's where things got a little serious. I mean, earlier the knife thing was scary, but this? Yeah, that should be taken way seriously. Like, get her removed from that school, first of all, and force her into some alternative school or something where she's more highly monitored, because she is a danger to society at that point. You don't go around making threats like that lightheartedly just because you're mad. Seriously, just one of the dumbest things you can do is threaten that, and it's entirely insensitive. This girl is just a moron for even saying that.
I believe that she made the threat, but my gut tells me that she wouldn't act on it.
Destiny is capable of just about anything, and I really feel inside that she would follow through if she were in that moment of complete anger or somebody pushed her too far.
I agree with this pink shirt lady. I really don't remember who she is. I don't know if they elaborated on that, but I'm guessing she's one of her teachers or a therapist or something. But yeah, with how angry this girl is, you can't just say, my gut tells me she wouldn't act on it. If she even has those words coming out of her mouth and threatens things like that in the first place, that's already way too far, and you should be immensely worried. The way that the other mom is carrying herself through this interview is just proving to me that she was entirely too hands-off with raising her daughter, and is like, yep, it's her fault, she's crazy, I'm a perfect mom. Even though this rageaholic daughter of hers is probably just that way because she kept a loose watch on her as a child and let her act out like this without facing much punishment. Guys, I'm seriously seeing so many parallels with her and that gamer kid that I said earlier. Total nutcases. Real quick guys, before we continue, make sure to subscribe and leave a like right now, as well as hit that bell to join our notification squad so you never miss a video when we upload. If you guys have subbed with notifications on, comment notifications on, and I'll reply to as many of you as I can saying thanks. So here we're gonna cut to some backstage footage, apparently because this girl was a total nightmare, even though I think most kids would be kind of hyped to be on a TV show. Well, check this out.
My longtime producer Tony here, tough to the core.
I thought so.
Well, you actually said you were scared of this 14-year-old. I haven't heard that from you in 17 years.
So Big Tony over there has been producing this show for almost 2 decades, and he got scared of this 14-year-old girl? She has that much power and is that terrifying? I find that kind of hard to believe, but this is just insanity.
I see she's got some pretty scary looking nails.
Those nails are the stiletto cut, and they're really pointy, and all I was thinking is, how am I going to stop this girl? If you see here, she just gets fed up with my questions and kind of goes
Well, let's
off.
see what you got. Let's look at it.
I'm just sitting there thinking, how am I gonna stop this girl from slicing my face up with those nails? Those are the stiletto cut, and they aren't anything to mess with, I tell you what. Guys, I love Tony already, man. Let's get more Tony on the show. That's what I say.
I don't like being asked multiple questions, because then you piss me off, and then I get mad. And then there's a big situation.
I don't even understand how this girl is scary because she sounds like a little kid that is acting all angry. Like, what situation could this little teenager even cause? You don't want to make me mad and there's gonna be a situation. Like, some adults should just tell her to shut up because she's getting a little check from this show, and they didn't need to put her on anyways, but they flew her out to be on the show, and she needs to be somewhat respectful of that.
Would you like Dr. Phil to try to be able to help you?
Dude, this girl is just weird and creepy, honestly. That little blink and grunt just makes her seem like a little demon child. Seriously, who does that? You make me mad. There's about to be a situation here. I was told by AppleCare that... Okay, I'm sorry guys, I'll stop making that comparison. It's just too accurate though. So the producer Tony follows her to the other green room, where she proceeds to have a total mental breakdown pretty much. She says that her mom said it was this or foster care, which is really sad honestly, and shows how little responsibility or control her mom has when it comes to even her own daughter. How do you reach an ultimatum like that without realizing how sad that it is that you've even got to this point where you say that to your own kid? Either you go on this TV show or I abandon you. Like seriously, this mom is just as responsible for this kid's actions as the kid herself. So after seeing this meltdown and freak out, Dr. Phil has an impromptu interview with these 2 women that you've seen interviewed throughout the video so far, and asks them what the heck they've been doing to this girl when she freaks out. And he questions how she even got expelled from kindergarten, and why that wasn't a big enough red flag for them to realize there's something seriously wrong with this child and they need to discipline her accordingly. It's even more clear in this interview that the woman can't really parent her child to the fullest of her potential, as she admits like sitting down in the corner with her when she was put in timeout, and that she has a hard time getting through to her. I I think this lady just honestly couldn't be stern with her own daughter, and now she's a terrible person and just all around a ticking time bomb that could erupt at any minute for seemingly any reason. So guys, let me know what you thought about this story today. If you agree with me that this girl is just a total punk and doesn't listen to any form of authority, let me know down in the comments. And I guess I'll see you guys again for the next video very shortly. Until then, peace out.